Hello, lovely people. I trust each and everyone is doing well by the grace of God, as I am doing well here. If you are new, you are welcome to the family. And if you're a subscriber, thank you for your support. Please, so if you haven't subscribed, please hit on the red button and be part of this amazing family. I can assure you that you won't regret being part of this family. Today, we are going to educate ourselves about getting to know ourselves better whilst we are in a relationship or whilst we are in marriage. Is it marriage, relationship? Anyhow, you take it. Which one is yours? It's yours, marriage or relationship? Fix it there. If it's marriage, you fix your marriage there. If it's relationship, you fix your relationship there. You see? Then we move on. Yeah. There were these two couples, and the man didn't know much about the lady. So one day they went visiting their in-law, that is the lady's mother. Yeah. When they went, the lady started preparing food for her husband, to treat her husband. So the lady used their traditional meat, their favorite traditional meat, to prepare the food. That is apine. Do you know the English name for apine? I know it's, but this time I know apine. So the lady used apine bats, that is bats, to prepare the food. And after she served the food, she then called her husband. Oh, Mira, the food is ready. Her husband went to the table and saw the fufu there with meat, but there was no soup. He waited and waited and waited and waited for his soup to arrive. No soup arrived. So the man got upset and left the house. When he went out, he went to a chop bar, and the owner of the chop bar happens to be his in-law. So when the mother-in-law saw him, he was like, "What are you doing here, son? Because when I was leaving, I saw your wife preparing food for you." The son-in-law was like, "Oh, mommy, my wife served me food without any soup." So the mother-in-law did laugh. She laughed, and she asked him, "Did you ask your wife where your soup is?" The man said no. And the lady said, "Oh, your soup is in the belly of the apine. So when you press on the chest, your soup will flow, and that is the soup that you were going to use for your fufu, to enjoy your fufu with." You see? Because the man didn't know anything about all the basic traditions, the basic traditional thing about his wife. He didn't even know that when you cook with apine, this is how it is. Because when you cook with apine, you hardly see the soup in your saucepan as compared to other meats. Because with apine, it soaks the soup into its belly. So when you are eating, you press on the chest, and the soup will come out, so that you will use it to enjoy your fufu or whatever that you are eating with. So this man went out being upset. The lady didn't know that her husband was upset, because she didn't know that the man don't know how to eat food prepared with bats. Yes, how to eat food prepared with bats. So this is what I'm trying to say here. If the lady, or if the man, let me start from the man. If the man went ahead asking the lady, "Oh, so where you come from? What are some of your traditional foods? How is it being prepared? How do you serve it?" He would have known. He won't get to that point. And if the lady too was to educate the man, "Oh, where I come from, this is our traditional meat. This is how it is. When you cook with it, this is what happens." You see, the man would have known. So it won't be a different, story to the man. It's as going for interview. When you are going for interview, you do learn something about the company that you want to work with. right? And the company also, they will take your CV, they go through your CV, and they also learn something about you. So that is how life is. Whilst you are in a relationship, whilst you are in courtship, you are married, you have to know something about your husband, something about your wife, their culture, their traditional things. So when you go to their hometowns and you see something, you won't be surprised. Oh, what am I seeing? Oh, what is this? Because you already know, that information. That is what I mean by getting to know ourselves whilst we are in a relationship or whilst we are married, getting to know ourselves better, so that things that we would do won't offend us so easily. If I know that Kojo is like this, when Kojo starts, I know, oh, this is how Kojo is. I know, let me just keep quiet. When he is calm, everything will be all right. Oh, if I know that Akosia is like this, oh, this is how Akosia is, let me leave her. She will come around. It helps us to build a solid marriage, a solid relationship, because you know who the person is. You know that when he or she is upset, you leave her for some time, and after some time, he or she will come around and you solve the situation. By doing so, it will help you to have a healthy relationship. That is what I want to share with you today, guys. I believe you've learned something out from this, as I have learned something out from this, and I believe you did enjoy it. So I'm going to end here, and as I always say, this world belongs to somebody, and one day the owner will come. So as we live, we should live as if there is this CCTV camera watching us. Because as I'm sitting here, if I know that there is this CCTV camera watching me, the way I will do my things is different from me knowing that there is no CCTV camera watching me. And by doing so, it will help us to live in peace with our fellow being. And don't forget, when you see me, you call me Maju, and I will respond Menon. Then we move on. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.